Joining me now from South Carolina, Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator Graham, it's terrific to see you tonight. The problem for the administration, as I see it, correct me if I'm wrong, is that we have to have this economy back in some semblance of shape by the summer for the country and for his reelection. So if you go after China hard, how is that going to work?
Well, you got to do two things at once. You got to reopen the economy by the summer. Hopefully by October, the economy is being opened and the virus is in retreat. But we can't give China a pass. So here's the deal. I'm 100% convinced without Chinese Communist Party deception, the virus wouldn't be here in the United States. I'm 100% convinced they'll never cooperate until they're made to do so. And we can't let the Democratic Party give China a pass. So we can do two things at once. We can build an economy here in America, bring the supply chain back, but punish the hell out of China. Don't give them a pass. Our economic future is not dependent upon giving China a pass.
Well, some on the left, Senator Graham, and some of the media lackeys over there have been downplaying China's role in the crisis. Watch.
The president is attempting to hold up China as the boogeyman in this situation.
And the reason that we're in the crisis that we are today is not because of anything that China did.
We have to work with China. You have to work with China on COVID-19. On all pandemics. I think the president is all over the place and even heading in the wrong direction.
Oh, now, Senator, your old colleague, your old pal, Joe Biden, he will take us back to the status quo ante, right, in 2016, when all was hunky-dory with China, right?
Well, you just heard China apologist. The reason they don't want to be hard on China is because it would prove Trump to be right about China. It's pretty sick. This drug, hydroxychloroquine, maybe the reason that's not being used more is because Trump keeps talking about it. But I find it very odd that the Democratic Party used to be tough on China is all of a sudden very apologetic when it comes to China. To my Democratic colleagues, without the Chinese Communist Party deception that this was human-to-human transmission, you would not have 60-something thousand dead Americans and 30 million people out of work. So I'm going to introduce sanctions Thursday that will sanction the hell out of China until they cooperate with us to determine how the virus came about, and they close these wet markets. This is the third pandemic coming from a wet market. It is now time to push back against China, and the Democratic Party is AWOL.
Well, Senator, the amazing thing here is how much cover China is getting from our colleagues in the media. Okay, check out what part of what they've said. China has outperformed while America has disastrously faltered in Politico. Its sentiment shared by even educated, internationalized Chinese observers, the very group once inclined to look to America as an exemplar. Senator, now, I know that sounded like Chinese propaganda, but it was a real piece from Politico that I read today. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
So what drives this? For China to be blameworthy, they want Trump to be responsible, not China. You had a Democratic senator said, let's blame Trump. The virus didn't come from Trump Tower. It came from China. So the media and the Democrats are trying to lift up China because if you put the blame on China where it lies, then Trump is right. And that is pretty sick that they want to give China a pass so that it won't give Trump credit. We're going to vote on the floor of the Senate regarding sanctions to hold China accountable to make them change. And I hope Mitch McConnell will bring the bill up and both parties will be on the record come November of their view toward China.
Senator Graham, I have a question for you. Is someone hammering like right next to you?
Either that or
what
these
is
Asian.
That?
There's somebody, either that or the Asian Hornets have come to this building because they're knocking on the door. I don't know what the hell it is. I tell the guy, what's going on?
Like
Somebody
Senator
trying
Graham.
to break out of jail?
Yeah, like Senator Graham was like, the Chinese are literally coming for you. Okay?
Literally. If these are the Hornets, if the Hornets can do what is behind me, we're all in trouble.
Oh, my gosh. Senator Graham,
if you don't see me tomorrow, come call somebody, Laura.
we even have to deal with the Asian Hornets now, Senator. We're going to get in trouble for even saying Asian. By the way, one more question before the banging resumes. China's secrets to Joe Biden's secrets, okay? we got all this stuff going on with Biden and his secret, his cabinet in waiting. Don't you believe that whether it's Kerry or Bloomberg, that if he wins in November, this is going to be China's decade, if not China's century?
Well, the biggest winner of Biden winning would be China and Iran. We'll go back to doing business with Iran again, give them more money, and there'll be more appeasement toward China. Trump has stood up to China, and the reason they want Trump to be at fault and not China, it just makes Trump to be right. And it's pretty sick, isn't it, that a party can't admit that a foreign power created this problem, not Donald Trump.
Senator, thank you for joining us. And next time, please bring a hacksaw and one of those tool belts, okay?
All right. Thanks.
We'll talk to you soon.